Hi, welcome to my drum video. You requested it, you got it. So, Alright, so I'll start off, I'll do a basic beat. This is the first one that I taught myself, so it's a count of 4 on the cymbal. Okay, and essentially what I'm going to do is on the 1, I'll hit the bass drum, so 2, 3, 4. So on the 3, I'll hit the snare. So 1 is the bass drum, 3 is the snare, 2 and 4 are just the cymbal. Okay, so real slow, it looks something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's absolutely your most basic rock beat. So I'll play that for just a little bit. Okay, so the next beat I'll play, again, it's a count of 4. So 4 on the cymbal, and this time on 1 and 2, it's going to be the bass drum, 3 it'll be the snare, and then 4 will just be the cymbal. And real slow, that looks like this. So we'll do that again. So basically that, and then the idea is you combine both of them. So that was like the third one that one I have a little trouble keeping up the count with, but essentially the second beat, 1, 2, 3, 4 is like this. And then you can start with that one or start with the first one, doesn't matter, to combine them. So it's something along that line, and then you would just keep going. So I'll try and play those just a little bit, and then kind of do a fill, do a couple fills, I guess. So. And the other thing that I'm trying to teach myself, it's pretty hard, but they're called triplets. So one triplet is where you just do it on one of the drums or the cymbal, and essentially I think for me the best way to describe it, instead of going like this, where you just alternate hands back and forth, so like when you hear marching bands or something along that line, that's not what you're doing. What you're actually doing is triplet, 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 triplet. So you're always leading with your left hand, or some people will lead with their right, it doesn't matter, but it's a combination of 3, hence the name triplet. But what's tricky is when you first start trying to do it, a lot of times you just end up going instead of the real trip, and it sounds quite a bit different. So I'll try to do that a little bit. So it's see, like right there I started going back and forth, but so something along that line. And then on the snare it sounds like this. On the tom, sorry. I think it sounds kind of cool. And again, it'd sound, if you just alternated it, so it sounds quite a bit different. But the other triplet is called the Bonham triplet, after John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, and he used to do this a lot, very, very fast, but I can't do it that fast. But what he would do is he'd hit the snare, the tom, and then the bass drum. In this case, he actually had 2 toms. He had a good drum kit, obviously, but he would use 2 toms one time, and then the bass, and just keep going around. And it sounds awesome when he does it because he does it so fast. But so it'd be like that one. I'm trying to work on to develop my speed. So it's tough because it's hard to keep everything separate and keep going around in a circle. All right, so I'll try and play just a little bit. It's like a kind of a basic rock beat, I guess.